Prince Andrew faces losing everything but the kitchen sink in Royal Lodge expense row. The ongoing debate over Prince Andrew's occupancy of the Royal Lodge at Windsor continues to stir controversy, with a royal expert forecasting further troubles for the sidelined prince. On the Palace Confidential podcast, Robert Hardman, who penned a biography on King Charles, has suggested that even if Prince Andrew manages to retain the Royal Lodge, it might prove to be a hollow triumph. He said, "The king is very conscious that, the lodge, is not entirely in his gift. It's a Crown Estate property, and the Crown Estate ultimately answers to the government. The king can't evict him, and wouldn't want to anyway." However, Robert notes that although Prince Andrew has reportedly gathered the funds necessary to remain at the lodge, doubts linger over the Duke of York's ability to maintain it properly, potentially leading to a new dilemma. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. Robert added, "The royal collection, which owns quite a lot of the treasures inside there, may say, well, we can't be confident that this place is safe anymore, and they'll start taking the paintings and some of the furniture away." The Express reports that he emphasized that Prince Andrew's entitlement to stay in the Grade 2 listed residence, estimated to be worth around £30 million, is highly debatable. He said, "That's a house that has always belonged to someone who performs public duties on behalf of the nation. It always was when George VI lived there, when Queen Mother lived there, and Prince Andrew to begin with. He was performing public duties and therefore there was an obligation by the state to look after that property, to make sure it was secure. Now, Andrew has got no public life, no prospect of a public life, and I think that does bring into question what he's still doing in a place that was a home for many years of a sovereign." In his book, Robert reveals that Prince Andrew's financial resources are somewhat unclear. Citing a palace insider, he notes, he claims to have found other sources of income related to his contacts in international trade, sufficient to cover all his costs, which would be a welcome outcome for all parties if that turns out to be the case. But as to whether this funding can be relied upon in the long term is another matter. Robert believes that remaining in the 30-room mansion has become a point of pride for Andrew. "Someone said to me the other day, 'He's got nothing else,'" he added. "He's got no public life. He has no public role. And he's clearly devoted to this home, and he likes being there. So, if he can make it work, he's going to try." Prince Andrew faces £250,000 repairs at aging Royal Lodge to avoid serious structural damage. Prince Andrew has been under increased pressure to vacate Royal Lodge, the £30 million royal residence he occupies with his ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson. The father of Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie has reportedly been asked to leave the property by his brother, King Charles, after neglecting to pay for its £500,000 annual upkeep costs. Photos of the property show the royal residence's paintwork peeling with black mold growing on the exterior. Hello spoke exclusively to Terry Fisher of We Buy Any Home, who weighed in on the crumbling property and how much the Duke of York could be facing in restoration costs. Royal Lodge appears to be showing visible signs of aging, including peeling paint, mold on exterior bricks, and likely underlying damp or poor insulation. These issues point to postponed maintenance that could lead to more serious structural damage if not addressed soon, explained Terry. The property expert explained that Royal Lodge would likely need urgent repairs including brick repointing, waterproof treatments, repainting, and even structural reinforcement if there is widespread water damage, a project that could cost Prince Andrew upwards of £250,000 due to its need for specialised historical restoration. Prince Andrew's future at Royal Lodge home, one thing could still seal his eviction. Prince Andrew's fall from public favour has been well documented, with his reported determination to stay at his Royal Lodge home in Windsor being the latest bone of contention. In line with King Charles' plans to downsize the monarchy, the Duke of York was offered a move from his mansion to the more compact Frogmore Cottage, recently refurbished by Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Former BBC royal correspondent Jenny Bond previously offered a view on Andrew and the King's dilemma, saying that Andrew should accept his brother's sensible offer and move to a property he can afford. As the row continues to simmer away, Terry Fisher, chief executive of We Buy Any Home, spoke to OK about Andrew's future at Royal Lodge. On whether Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie would ever be able to inherit the home from their father, Terry said, while it's reported that Prince Andrew has a 75-year lease on Royal Lodge, the ability to pass this property to Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie as an inheritance isn't guaranteed. Because Royal Lodge is part of the Crown Estate, the final decision over succession or lease assignment would typically require Crown Estate approval, and possibly the King's assent. If Andrew were to vacate the property, either by choice or by circumstances, the Crown Estate and King Charles could choose to end the lease, assign it to another royal, or even open it up for new arrangements within the royal family. King Charles, as head of the royal household, would have considerable influence in this decision. Although the king doesn't directly control Crown Estate properties, he can certainly play a role in determining which royals reside in them. This means that if Charles has alternative plans for Royal Lodge, he could prevent it from being passed on to Andrew's daughters. Ultimately, any arrangement to extend or alter the lease terms would need to be mutually agreed upon with the Crown Estate and possibly influenced by the King's vision for future royal residences. While Royal Lodge has a rich and fascinating history, much of which is tied to the life of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, recent pictures highlighted the home's state of disrepair. The upkeep of Royal Lodge, as with any historical property, is extensive and costly, the expert points out. Historic estates demand ongoing repairs, climate control, and specialized care to address inevitable wear, all of which are costly and time-consuming. Without the financial backing previously afforded to working royals, Andrew could find these costs a growing strain. And, as we've seen in recent photos, neglecting issues like damp or structural wear can lead to worsening problems and higher costs down the line. Then, referring to how renegotiations if the he fails in its upkeep could seal Andrew's fate, Terry adds, the Crown Estate may expect Royal Lodge to remain in a condition befitting its heritage status, so failing to meet these standards could lead to interventions, possibly even lease renegotiations if the property's preservation comes into question. Since 2004, Andrew has resided at Royal Lodge on the Windsor estate, which he now shares with his former wife Sarah Ferguson. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments, and most importantly don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.